We have shown how we got out from under. You say, yes, I'm willing, but am I to be consigned to a life where I shall be stupid, boring, and glum, like some righteous people I see? I know I must get along without liquor, but how can I? Have you a sufficient substitute? Yes, there is a substitute, and it's vastly more than that. It's a fellowship in Alcoholics Anonymous. There you'll find release from care, boredom, and worry. Your imagination will be fired. Life will mean something at last. The most satisfactory years of your existence lie ahead. Thus we find the fellowship, and so will you. I have to admit, when I first started thinking about getting sober, I thought, oh man, it's over, you know? I'm never, ever gonna have fun ever again. Yeah. All my friends, I won't have any friends because I only hang around people that drink. You know, how am I going to cope with life? Alcohol was not the problem. For me, alcohol was the solution. And now you want me to take away the solution? How am I going to do that? What's that going to look like? Because I seriously thought that that was it for me. That there was no more fun left in life. And I'm going to be bored too. That's the other thing. You know, what am I going to do with myself? I've spent years developing this habit of drinking and living life. How am I going to just get by? Then when I came into AA, I saw this sign on the wall. It said, "You're not alone anymore." And my thought did not go to, oh, well, at least I'm not alone. No, my thought went to, oh no, now I gotta hang around these people that don't even drink. My thought was, you know, I prefer to isolate. And now you're gonna tell me I'm not alone anymore? That's an uncomfortable feeling. I had to go through, not around, not up over, not down under. I had to go through that uncomfortable feeling of early recovery. And once I did get through that, I was able to see the many gifts of these people that are on the same road as I am. They're on the road to recovery. It made a difference for me, being able to communicate with people, fellowship with people. You know, when I first started in AA, I was comparing myself to other people. I heard people talking about having DUIs. I never had a DUI. I used that as proof that I don't have a problem. I don't even have a DUI. How can you say I have a drinking problem with no DUI? That doesn't add up. So I used that. I used that as an excuse for not completely giving myself to the simple program. That's what I did. Now I have to say, it did not go well. I had given myself proof that I didn't need any help. I wasn't even an alcoholic, you know? These people that keep telling me to quit drinking and stuff, they're crazy. There's nothing wrong with me. Everybody drinks. You know, I'm so glad that I got past that attitude. But I did have that attitude. I mean, everything about me had alcohol involved. You know, you ever judge distances by how many beers it takes to get there? I used to. Oh yeah, that's about 3 beers away. Everything revolved around alcohol. I have to say I'm pretty happy that that's not the way my life is today. If anything, it revolves around recovery. It says there that your imagination will be fired. I love that. I like that my imagination has been fired. Otherwise, I don't know that I would even realize that there's a power greater than myself. My imagination had to be fired to even do that. I had to release the denial. Because all of that, I've never had a DUI and I'm not an alcoholic. It's all denial. That denial had to be dropped. And that's not the easiest thing for us alcoholics to do, especially when you believe what you're telling yourself. Being dishonest with yourself. Not so much with others as with yourself. That's a real issue. So I had to get honest. Yeah, okay. I've never had a DUI. Have you ever driven drunk, Earl? Yeah. Have you ever deserved a DUI? Oh yeah. Okay. And if you continue drinking, do you think you'll ever drive under the influence of alcohol? Yeah. Well, then you haven't had a DUI yet. And yet was that word that people started talking about. And, I'm not proud of it, but I was a chronic relapser for a number of years, about 13 years, in and out of the program of Alcoholics Anonymous. And let me tell you something, not once did I come back into the rooms of AA and say, yeah, it went pretty good this time. I did okay. It wasn't so bad. It was actually a lot of fun. No, I've never said that after a relapse, and I don't think anybody ever has. For this alcoholic, relapse was necessary. I would not have the sobriety that I have today had it not been for the relapses of yesterday. You've heard me say on here before that I needed every single drop of alcohol that I've ever had to get where I am today. The alcohol is what brought on the consequences. The alcohol brought on the pain. I had to find a new solution. And in this reading, it talks about a substitution. Well, that's okay. That's not a substitution to alcohol. You can use it that way if you'd like. What it is it's a substitution to the loneliness of alcoholism. The Fellowship of Alcoholics Anonymous is full of people who care. Now, I can't honestly say that everyone you'll ever meet in AA has a heart of gold and, that sort of thing. That's not true. Some of us are sicker than others. Some of us are in recovery. Some of us aren't. I'm a firm believer that you're either 100% in recovery, 100%, or you're not in it at all. That's the way it works for me. I have to be 100% in recovery. And, I can't say that I'm 100% in recovery 24 hours a day, because there are times when I don't even think about it. I've got other stuff going on in my head or whatever. But it always leads me back to not pointing fingers anymore. You know, it's all because of her. It's all because of him. It's all because of you people. It's all because of you, God. I don't do that anymore. I look inward, and that's what this program has taught me to do. Look inward for the changes that need to be made. Not out here. I can't change any of that. When I see that my life is going downhill, there's only one person that's responsible for that. It's me. Alcoholics Anonymous has given me the ability to take responsibility for my actions as a man. You know, it's real easy to gloss over your behavior if you can blame somebody else for it. The only reason I did that is because he did this. Come on. That's our old way of thinking. Today it's like, yeah, I did that. I'm sorry, what can I do to make it right? Because that was wrong. Or, yeah, I did that, and I stand firm in my belief about why I did it. You know, it can go both ways. Today, I am happy with the man that I see in the mirror. And I was disgusted with him at one time. It's a beautiful day, and I'm so grateful that I finally got rid of all the denial. That's a major obstacle in recovery, denial. You aren't alone anymore. And your imagination will be fired. Your relationships will be patched up, believe it or not. And those that don't or can't, you'll be able to put that in its proper place and be happy with the way life is, right here, right now. That's huge. That is just enormous. To be able to be okay with the way life is right here, right now. I can't tell you how freeing that is. I don't have, major plans of changing everything. No, come on, God's got a plan, and I'm right there with him. Don't get me wrong, I've got things I would like to do, places I would like to go. Hopefully you guys will see some of that soon. But if it doesn't work out the way Earl wanted it to work out, Earl's okay with that. Because it doesn't always work out the way we want it to. I love life today, and I hope you guys do too. So you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.